South Africa's army has officially been deployed to several parts of the country to help overwhelmed police clamp down on violent crimes, including illicit mining and gangs. President Cyril Ramaphosa earlier this year announced the deployment of 2,200 soldiers to 5 of the country's 9 provinces hardest hit by criminal activities. Our correspondent Kalden Ongmu filed this report.
Soldiers were deployed to the streets of South Africa's biggest city from early March in an effort to help police fight gang violence and illegal mining. It was the first major deployment since President Cyril Ramaphosa said in his annual speech to the nation that he would use the army against organized crime, which he called the greatest threat to democracy and the country's economic development. Soldiers jumped from vehicles and entered apartment blocks as military vehicles moved through the Rivoli and Westbury suburbs of Johannesburg. Many residents of Rivoli expressed relief to see soldiers deployed to stem the violence that plagues their community.
I feel unsafe because we don't know when's the next shooting going to happen, and we don't know who's it targeted. So, with army visibility and police visibility, I can assure you that I would feel 100% safe because I would know that in the event of a shooting, less than 2 minutes or 1 minute, there will be police visibility.
Some of the buildings in the area have graffiti signs denouncing the scourge of crime, with one near a school reading, "No to guns, pray for our community." The authorities had previously said the military deployment in different parts of the country would start March 1st, but it was delayed while soldiers received training. The army will operate under police command during the deployment.
More boots on the ground means that we respond area, we respond quickly and in the incidents, whilst we sustain and stabilizing the area.
Ramaphosa said in a notice to the Speaker of Parliament that 550 soldiers would be involved in an initial deployment in the Gauteng province, which includes Johannesburg, due to last until the end of April. The government plans a wider deployment in 5 of its 9 provinces, according to details submitted by police to Parliament. The deployment will focus on illegal mining in the Gauteng, Northwest and Free State provinces and gang violences in the Western Cape and Eastern Cape provinces. Parts of the national deployment could last more than a year.
Because these operations have been publicized, we're not expecting to get much today. But we got all year. We got up to end of March. But we are going to get these guns because we want these guns out of the people.
South Africa has high rates of violent crime. Police reported 6,351 homicides from October to December 2025, an average of nearly 70 a day in a country of around 62 million people, while there are also high numbers of attempted murders and violent assaults. South Africans have welcomed the deployment of army in gang-related areas. Authorities say the deployment, set to run for a year, is aimed at restoring order to crime-ridden areas, but critics have warned that using the military in civilian policing rarely delivers lasting results. Residents say this is not the first time that government has deployed boots on the ground. The practice may deliver temporary relief, but the larger socio-economic problem in these areas and deeper drivers of violence, including the availability of firearms, cycles of retaliation, gang governance, remains largely unaffected. This is Kalden Ongmu from Johannesburg, South Africa for WION World is One.